On today's episode, we talk about Taylor Sheridan's new TV series, The Tulsa King. Bert Kreischer has some weather issues. Rainn Wilson, who played Dwight on The Office, changed his name. A federal judge has a problem with Joe Biden's student debt forgiveness program, and Elon Musk throws out a few ultimatums to their Twitter employees. Welcome to Socially Sensitive Podcast. This is Socially Solo, episode 98. Today's Friday, November 11th, 2022. Today's national days. Today is Veterans Day. Veterans Day honors the military veterans who served in the United States Armed Forces. Some people confuse, Memorial Day with Veterans Day. Veterans Day celebrates all the United States military veterans, when Memorial Day is set aside to remembering the men and women who died while serving. Today is also National Sundae Day, a day for all you ice cream lovers out there to celebrate. The claim is that the story behind how the sundae was created is that there was a druggist named Edward Berners who served the first ice cream sundae in 1881. According to the story, customer George Hallower ordered an ice cream soda on a Sunday, and then ordinances at the time prohibited the sale of ice cream sodas on the Sabbath. But even so, Berners came up with his own compromise, and he served the ice cream in a dish minus the soda. Taylor Sheridan, he has a new TV series that is starting Sunday night. It's called The Tulsa King, and one of the stories behind it is that Taylor Sheridan wrote the first draft pilot script for it in less than 24 hours, or at least that's the story that they're telling. It sounds possible, considering, how, his reputation is for how fast he just churns out stories and storylines and episodes. Because right now he has 7 shows in, different stages of development at Paramount. And he writes just about all of them himself. He's known to isolate for long stretches of time, just focusing on banging out stories. But one Friday night in 2021, somebody mentioned to Sheridan that Sylvester Stallone had always wanted to play a gangster. And Taylor started to spitball the idea, fish out of water type story, for an hour. And Glasser recalled that Saturday afternoon about 4 p.m. he goes, check your inbox. There's a script he's already written called Kansas City King, and it's incredible. The duo pitched the idea to Stallone that Monday and then secured the writer Terrence Winter to creatively take the lead as the showrunner for it. Winter said Sheridan met with him just once, then moved on to, his other project. Said, this is your baby, and I just have visitation rights. Because Tulsa King, it's made to follow Dwight, the General Manfredi, who's just been released from prison after 25 years and gets promptly exiled by his crime family to Oklahoma. The role allows Sylvester Stallone to do what he does best, just kind of play a down on his luck tough guy. Has a lot more going on behind his brown eyes than everybody around him assumes. For Paramount, Tulsa King, it represents the storylines, I guess, in the Sheridan verse. Is what they're starting to call it, because, like we said, he has 7 shows in the making, and some of them overlap. And the one that kind of kicked it all off was, Yellowstone with Kevin Costner. And the next piece to that puzzle, of the Yellowstone puzzle, is Harrison Ford in the upcoming series, 1923. One other story we saw that comedian Bert Kreischer, he's in North Dakota on tour, and I guess they got stuck in a North Dakota blizzard, and he didn't think it was that funny, I guess. But he did discover what it means to be North Dakota nice. He was scheduled to perform at the Bismarck Thursday night, posted a plea to social media Thursday morning after his tour bus got stuck in the snow. He said, if you've got a snowplow, I know you're probably using it right now, but we could use some help.
Yeah, we're stuck. Do you have a plow? Hey, Bismarck. If anyone's got a snowplow, I know you're probably using it right now. We could use some help. We're stuck outside Dan's supermarket. and the Century 21 Realty and Captain Jack. Hit me up, or just come on over and bring some schnapps. It's pretty fucking cold out. Ask and thou shalt receive. Do these gentlemen look like they can get it? You look like if I was like, send 3 guys from casting that could get a bus out of the snow. They're pulling us out of the snow. Thank you, gentlemen. And we got a bottle of vodka and a split. So, all right.
Okay, when you want it.
All right, well, let's go get... Oh, we got to get my groceries.
He made the one comment that how he imagined that that wouldn't be happening. He would think in L.A., well, first of all, they're not going to have snow like that. But in California, he said the people there shows how many people are just running around helping their neighbors.
This is my Joe Rogan thought of the day. When you live in a place where Mother Nature is in control, people are nicer. Look at them. They're helping each other out. I hate to say this out loud, but I don't think you'd see this in LA. I think you'd see people looting each other's houses and being like, "Oh, free car. That's my car." That is and I'm thinking of Joe when I see all this. I go, "This is a Joe Rogan thought of the day."
I guess that's just a big difference between the people of California and the people of North Dakota. Another story is that the Office star, Rainn Wilson, he played Dwight. He changed his name. It's said to highlight the climate emergency that we're in, but he changed his name to Rainfall Heat Wave Extreme Winter Wilson to raise awareness about the environmental crisis and rapid warming of the Arctic region. Seems a little out there and extreme, I guess. I like Dwight, but I've never really paid a whole lot of attention to Rainn Wilson as a person, I guess. But I like his character he played on The Office. Another story is Joe Biden. His student loan program looks like it's being struck down by a federal judge in Texas. Thursday night ruling put out. The judge's statement was, whether the program constitutes good public policy is not the role of this court to determine. Still, no one can plausibly deny that it is either one of the largest delegations of legislative power to the executive branch or one of the largest exercises of legislative power without congressional authority in the history of the United States. In this country, we're not ruled by an all-powerful executive with a pen and a phone. Instead, we're ruled by a constitution that provides for 3 distinct and independent branches of government. The court is not blind to the current political division in our country, but it's fundamental to the survival of our republic that the separation of powers as outlined in our Constitution be preserved. And having interpreted the HEROES Act, the court holds that it does not provide clear congressional authorization for the program proposed by the secretary. So I guess I'm not sure how the life of that program is going to continue, which I've always said from the very beginning that they would find a way to kill it right after midterm elections anyway, because all of it was just, in my opinion, a vote-buying scheme to begin with. Elon Musk. We continue to always want to talk about Elon, but on Thursday reiterated his expectations of, going into the office for the Twitter staff. If you can physically make it to an office and you don't show up, resignation accepted. He said that during an all-hands meeting with Twitter employees. The platformer, their managing editor, Zoe Schiffer, was the one that he reported it in a tweet. The quote, Musk previously announced he would discontinue remote work at Twitter in a company-wide email Wednesday. And he reportedly said that the expectation will be for employees to work from the office for at least 40 hours per week, with any exceptions requiring his personal approval. The email came nearly 2 weeks after he took over Twitter with his $44 billion acquisition. And then, he reduced their head count by about 50%. In the email, Musk, he also warned the Twitter employees of difficult times ahead. Said in a tweet several days prior, pretending to layoff, said the company was losing about $4 million a day. And during the all-hands meeting on Thursday, allegedly said that bankruptcy isn't out of the question, if the company's cash flow doesn't improve. Oh well, that's all I have today. So just want to thank everybody for listening. If this is your first time, be sure and hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment and a review. Let us know what you think of the show. And if you're listening audio only, that you can subscribe to it, listen to it on all the apps available: Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Google, Stitcher, Overcast, Castbox. We're on all of them. And remember, we release the full podcast every week, and we release the Socially Solo episodes every morning. So hope you enjoyed this episode and have an amazing rest of your day. See you tomorrow. Bye.
If you haven't already, subscribe to Socially Sensitive on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or whatever your favorite podcast platform is. And while you're there, leave a review and a 5-star rating. You can also find us on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and all social media platforms by searching the tag @SociallySensitive. Also, check out our website, sociallysensitive.com, and grab some officially licensed products.